Welcome back to the Toronto Thunderbirds franchise here on Madden 25. Today we are all the way in week 11 and we have gone past our bye week. We are 1-7-1 on the year, but we do get to take on a bad Denver Broncos team who is 2-8 so far. There are several upgrades to kick off this episode, so let's go through them very quickly, hopefully. Starting with defensive back Jaleel Torrance, we're going to upgrade his slot trait, and he's going to get +2 to man coverage, +3 to play rec, and 1 to pursuit. Next up is wide receiver Sidney Peters, who we still don't know the dev trait on because he does not really find much playing time, but we're going to upgrade that playmaker trait. He goes up to a 75 overall right now, and gets +2 to awareness, 2 to deep route, 1 to juke move, medium route release, and short route. The backup tight end Braden Willis, we're going to upgrade his possessions, so usually he has a 71 overall. We do have some low morale right now because the team is not playing very well, but he gets +1 to ball carrier vision, 2 to break tackle, 1 to carrying, 2 to catching traffic and medium route, 1 to pass block power, and 1 to trucking. Now that was our backup tight end. Here is our starting tight end Dylan Kruger, who is a rookie. We're going to upgrade his possession trait as well, or was that vertical threat? Never mind, it was possession, I know what I'm saying. +2 to catching traffic and 1 to short route. Next up is our rookie center AJ Miller. We're going to upgrade his pass protector, and he goes up to a 79 usually, +1 to pass block and 2 to pass block finesse. Running back Keaton Mitchell, who has been our main running back all season, we're going to send him up to an 81 overall. We have a lot of low morale on this team apparently, but he gets +2 to juke move and 2 to spin move. This was our first round pick from the last year, that is Zach Harrison. We're going to upgrade his power rusher trait. He is an 80 overall, -1 morale right now, but usually an 81. +1 to awareness, finesse move, play rec, 2 to power move, and 2 to pursuit. And the final upgrade point we will go over is middle linebacker Tracy Wilcox. In the last episode, he had a chance to get to a superstar X Factor, but could not get it done. So he's still a superstar dev trait. We're going to up his field general. He goes up to an 86 overall, and he's going to get +2 to awareness, 1 to block shed, 2 to man coverage, and 2 to play rec. That was really all of the key player upgrades we had to go over, but we still have a couple things to take care of, like a receiver breakout and a team meeting. And all that was talking about was that the Broncos don't have a great run defense, so I had the option of choosing between Keaton Mitchell getting 2 rushing touchdowns or running for 125 yards. Obviously, I chose the 125 yards. It looks like it was a big game from Dimitri Cox last week. What is our goal for him coming into this week? I don't really know, to be completely honest. We're going to say 75 yards and a touchdown. He may be moving up from a normal dev to a star dev. That would be a big upgrade for one of our younger receivers on the team. Now, finally looking at the Broncos depth chart, they have an 83 overall quarterback in Bo Nix. At running back is an 86 overall in Javonte Williams. Wide receiver will be an 81 in Elijah Moore, an 80 overall in Cortland Sutton, and an 80 overall in former Oklahoma Sooner Marvin Mims. At tight end is going to be an 86 overall Travis Kelce. Okay, that has got to be disgusting for Chiefs fans to see. Left tackle is going to be a 74 overall David Bakhtiari. Left guard's an 84. Center is going to be a 78. Right guard is going to be an 89, and right tackle will be a 79. Now let's figure out how good their defense is. A 74 overall Jamin Davis at left end. At right end will be a 77. Defensive tackle is a 72 and a 70. Yeah, I can see why they thought we could run the ball here. Outside linebacker is going to be a 78 overall rookie. Middle linebacker is a 79 in Cody Barton. Right outside linebacker is a 72. At corner, they do have a 98 overall in Patrick Surtain. And yeah, he may be a problem. A 78 overall in Riley Moss, and a 76 in Emmanuel Forbes. Free safety will be a 78 overall, and strong safety is a 77 overall rookie. In our last game during the last episode, we took on the New Orleans Saints, and it seems like our offense may have found their rhythm. Our quarterback threw for 4 touchdowns, but unfortunately our defense let up a ton of points. So here's hoping our offense can keep it rolling and our defense tightens it up today. The Broncos would get the ball first and have to settle for about a 57-yard field goal on the opening drive. So we'll see if their kicker can make this. The kick is away, and the kick will be good. And then on our opening drive, we start with a penalty and then a 5-yard run, but it's now a 3rd and 15. So let's see if we can actually convert this. Richardson will drop back. He's going to load up and go deep downfield. There is a flag, and he underthrows the route. Had he been able to put a little bit more on that, it's probably a touchdown, but it's going to be a holding against the offense anyway. Following that, the Broncos have driven down to the 8-yard line. It's a 3rd and 7. Nix will drop back to pass. Under pressure, hit as he's throwing, but finds his man anyway. Touchdown, Cortland Sutton. Okay, but we might be responding here. A 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. He'll come out of a 5 wide set. Under pressure, gets rid of the ball to the outside, and that'll be caught by Keaton Mitchell for a 6-yard play. That leads to a 2nd and 4. He's going to go under center. Mitchell is the running back, but Richardson will look to pass, going downfield, and that one will fall incomplete, trying to find Jamison Williams. So on a 3rd and 4 now at the 9-yard line. He's back in shotgun. Mitchell is the running back, but he'll look to pass over the middle. He finds Williams, who is into the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. And I want to jump in on the Broncos' next drive here because it's a 3rd and 25. So if they convert this, we're going to see it happen. Bo Nix is going to go deep downfield. He's got a man, and that gets deflected away by Kobe Bryant. What a play. Following the Broncos punt, we face a 3rd and 8 from the 15. Richardson will drop back to pass to keep the drive moving, going deep downfield, and he will find Dylan Kruger for the first down all the way to the 48. Later on in the drive, it's a 3rd and 3 now for Toronto. Richardson going under center. Will drop back to pass again. A quick throw caught by Williams, and the drive will continue at the 25-yard line. Now he's going to line up under center with Keaton Mitchell in at running back. Is that where we're going to go with it? It looks like we have 3 tight ends on the play, but he will look to pass anyway. Richardson rolling to the outside and will throw this one away. That will bring up a 2nd and 10 for Toronto. Ben Richardson goes back under center again. This looks like the same exact formation. It will be another pass play. Richardson standing in the pocket. Now he's going to look to run, and he will take off to the outside and slide down for just a couple yards. We will see if he actually takes the snap before the 2-minute warning. On a 3rd and 8, and he will. He will look to pass. Throwing downfield, that'll be caught by Keaton Mitchell, who will fight for the first down to the 15-yard line. That was a pretty solid play from our running back there. Now Richardson back in shotgun again. Will drop back to the look to pass. Going over the middle, he finds Kruger. That's a gain of about 4 yards. Down to under a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Richardson back in shotgun. Will drop back to pass again. He's firing downfield and nearly gets intercepted. That brings up a 3rd and 6 at the 11-yard line. Richardson dropping back to pass again, standing in the pocket. He's going to take off of the middle. He's got the first down and more into the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. We will take the lead. We will then jump into the second half where we still have a 4-point lead and we get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. On a 3rd and 1, over the middle, finds a wide open Jamison Williams for the first down. I am going to be completely honest with you guys. I have not seen Dimitri Cox catch a single pass today, so I do not think he's going to get his depth trait, but now from the 40-yard line, we'll give it to Keaton Mitchell up the middle, who will break that tackle, get to the outside, and get brought down for an 8-yard carry. Now for a 2nd and 2. Richardson back in shotgun again. They're going to go back to Keaton Mitchell, and Mitchell will have the first down this time, just barely. Richardson back in shotgun again. Will drop back this time and looks to pass. Throwing to the outside, and that is just straight up dropped by Brian Duvall. An unfortunate drop for the rookie that time. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line. Out of a 5-wide set, a quick throw downfield caught by Dylan Kruger. That will set up a 3rd and 3. Now the Thunderbirds come out in an I formation from the 22-yard line. It looks like Zach Moss is lined up at fullback, but will look to pass to the outside, and he misses Brian Duvall that time. That will lead to a 4th and 3. And why are we not just kicking a field goal? We're going to line up and go for this? All right, whatever. Richardson from under center. We'll send Braden Willis in motion. It'll be a handoff to Zach Moss, who goes to the outside and will not get anywhere near the marker. A turnover on downs. Jumping into the Broncos' next drive, it's a 2nd and 1 from the 7-yard line. Bo Nix will drop back to pass. A quick throw over the middle, finds his man, and a touchdown to Marvin Mims as Denver will take the lead. Our offense is looking to respond to that, though. A 3rd and 5 from the 18-yard line. Richardson will drop back to pass. To keep the drive alive, goes to the outside, and that will be ruled incomplete, trying to find Jamison Williams. And instead of a dumb decision to go for it this time, we will actually kick the field goal. So Glenn Griffin sends it away, and we are all tied up at 17. With about 6.5 minutes to go, Denver faces a 3rd and 14 on their drive. Bo Nix out of shotgun. We're bringing a blitz, and he's going downfield, but that gets deflected away, and they will end up punting it right back to Toronto. But just a couple of plays following the punt, we face a 3rd and 5 from the 46-yard line. Richardson will throw to the outside, and he finds Dimitri Cox for the first down to about the 40. With 5 minutes to go in the game, we come out in an I formation. Richardson will drop back to pass. He's going to fire over the middle, and that is dropped by Keaton Mitchell that time. Leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to line up under center one more time. Zach Moss is lined up at running back, and that's where we go with it. Moss up the middle, and he will get met and brought down for a 4-yard carry. Now, we are definitely within our field goal kicker's range. I just don't know if he's that accurate. But on a 3rd and 6 from the 37, it's a handoff to Keaton Mitchell right up the middle, and that one is going to set up a 4th and 2. And now it's going to depend on if we go for it to kick the field goal. We will just kick a 50-yard try with about 4 minutes to go. See if he can actually make this. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and Glenn Griffin will drill this one. We are up by 3. However, Denver has gotten into Toronto territory with 2:44 to go. It's a 3rd and 3 from the 30. Handoff up the middle, and he is blown up in the backfield. That leads to a 4th and 4. And it also leads to a 48-yard field goal try for their kicker. The snap, the hold. I believe that's Brandon Aubrey. The kick is away, and it is good. So we are all tied up at 20 with 2:19 to play. So let's see if our quarterback can lead a game-winning drive here. He comes out in a shotgun set from his own 30. 2 running backs in the backfield. We'll send Jameson Williams in motion. He takes the snap, and a quick throw downfield will be caught for a gain of about 7 yards by Dimitri Cox. That would take us down to the 2-minute warning here in regulation. So on a 2nd down, he'll drop back to the pass. Another quick throw caught by Dylan Kruger, and he has the first down to the 42. Now, both teams do have all 3 timeouts here, but we elect to apparently just run no huddle. So with 1:40 to go, Richardson will drop back to the pass. He throws this one underneath. That'll be caught, and that's Dimitri Cox for the first down. He's back in shotgun. 2 running backs in the backfield again. A quick throw is knocked down at the line. 2nd and 10 coming up. We are not in field goal range just yet, Richardson. 2nd and 10. He'll drop back to the pass. And he's going to be under pressure. Rolling to the outside. Needs to get rid of it. What are you doing? He takes the sack for a loss of 14. Well, that was just about the dumbest thing he could have done there. So now a 3rd and 24. And we're going to run a read option. He keeps himself to the outside, and he'll get met at the 41 as Denver will burn their first time out. So now we will punt this one away. Let's see what kind of field position the Broncos are going to have. He's going to field this at the 15, and it was a fair catch. And I stand corrected. It was the 16-yard line. So now Bo Nix comes out under center. With 1:18 to go, he'll drop back with a quick throw. That will fall incomplete. Bo Nix back in shotgun again. Will drop back and look to pass. It's going to be a screen to the outside, caught by Javonte Williams, who gets to the edge and will have the first down to the 26-yard line. Denver would have to burn a timeout due to an injury, though. So now 1:11 to play. Bo Nix back in shotgun. Will send Sutton in motion. He takes the snap and looks to pass. He's going to fire this downfield. That'll be caught by Marvin Mims, who has the first down, but there is a flag here. Is this going to be against Denver? It's going to be holding against the Broncos. That moves it back to be a 1st and 20 with 1:05 to go. They're all the way back at their own 16-yard line. Nix with a quick throw downfield and a diving drop by Elijah Moore. 63 seconds to go in the game. Bo Nix back in shotgun again. He will drop back and once again looking to pass. And he's going to fire this one underneath. That'll be caught. And he's going to get all the way to about the 22. That was Marvin Mims to set up a 3rd and 14. They don't burn that final timeout just yet. Now Nix will drop back to the pass with about 35 seconds to go in the game. And he's going to try to take off and slide down to the 28-yard line. We will burn our 2nd timeout with 32 seconds remaining. So our offense is going to get the ball back with some time left in regulation and a single timeout. But most likely, I feel like we're looking at overtime for, I believe, the 4th time this season. And the punt return is going to get to the 38 and leave us with 23 seconds on the clock. Ben Richardson back in shotgun again. Keaton Mitchell is lined up in the backfield, but obviously a passing situation. Richardson with a quick throw to the outside will be caught by Jameson Williams, and we burn our final timeout with that play. Not really what I would have called up, I guess. But now on a 2nd and 6 with 19 seconds to go. Richardson will drop back and look to pass. He's going to step up, throw on the run deep downfield, and finds Dylan Kruger, who gets shoved out of bounds at the 27-yard line. And with just 13 seconds to go, we are going to send out Glenn Griffin for about a 44-yard kick. The kick is away, and we're up by 3 with 10 seconds remaining. The kick would go for a touchback. Denver would need a miracle, but we have seen miracles in this season already. Bo Nix will drop back to the pass. A quick throw over the middle will be caught, and he's brought down. So with 6 seconds to go, they will have 1 play left for us to try to get our 2nd win on the season here. 2nd and 5. Nix will drop back to the pass. Standing back in the pocket, rolls to the outside, loads up. He's going deep downfield. He's got a man that is caught, but Marvin Mims will not get to the end zone. And the Toronto Thunderbirds are going to get out of here with a win by a final score of 23-20. And the final stats for Ben Richardson, he goes 24 of 39 for 241 and a touchdown. Running the ball, Keaton Mitchell only got 63 yards on 14 carries. And receiving, Dylan Kruger was our best one, 8 for 98 and set up the game-winning kick. Jameson Williams, 6 for 62 and a touchdown. Dimitri Cox got nowhere near what he needed for that depth trait breakout with only 3 catches and 22 yards. Leading the team in tackles today is Javon Hargrave and Tracy Wilcox, who both came away with 6. We only got 1 sack, and that also came from Hargrave. Interceptions, we got 0 today. And over on the other sideline, Bo Nix goes 19 for 30, 220 yards and 2 touchdowns. Javonte Williams only 38 yards on 13 carries. We really did stop the run today. And receiving, Cortland Sutton got a touchdown, and Marvin Mims 4 for 91 on a score, and nearly a game-winning miracle touchdown. Luckily, we got him down to the 8-yard line. Well, at least we know we now have a win in this episode. It had been a few episodes since I got one of those here, but we do have some player upgrades following that game, starting with rookie defensive back Emmett Ward. We're going to up his slot ability. He gets +2 to awareness, 1 to man coverage, 2 to play rec, 1 to pursuit, and 1 to zone. And I was completely wrong. Emmett Ward is not a rookie that we just drafted. He's actually a guy we traded for earlier in the season, and I completely forgot we did that until I saw he already had a year in. Next up is a rookie with Brian Duvall, who honestly has not been having a good last few weeks. His catching rating is actually relatively low at a 77. Obviously not a great thing for him. We're going to up his playmaker ability. Right now is an 82 overall, and he's getting +3 to awareness, 1 to carrying, catching traffic, 2 to catching, 3 to deep route, 1 to juke move, 1 to release, and 1 to trucking. And finally, we have our franchise quarterback, Ben Richardson. We're going to upgrade his field general trait. Goes up to an 87 overall right now, getting +1 to play action, throw accuracy mid, throw accuracy short, and 2 to throwing on the run. Moving on to our next game, we get to take on the Atlanta Falcons for the first time this season. They are currently sitting at 3-7. The next time we take on Atlanta will be the final game of the regular season, but I do want to see what that win did to our draft status, because going into the last week, we were 1-7-1 and we had the number 1 pick, but we are at least going to have the number 2 pick now, because Denver would have been 2-8 following that game. We would be 2-7-1, so we technically have 2.5 wins and 7.5 losses, so I think Denver would pick above us, but let's see how far down we actually fell. And we have gone from number 1 down to number 5. Obviously, there's still a lot left this season, so this is obviously not set in stone. But we have the number 5 pick right now, and the Jets are currently sitting at pick number 10. And the Atlanta Falcons have apparently already given up on Michael Penix, because Baker Mayfield is now their starting quarterback at a 79 overall, just making his entire way through the NFC South. He only has the Saints left to go play for. At running back, they have Bijan Robinson at 93 overall, or Bijan Robinson. I don't really know which way to say his name properly. Wide receivers, an 89 in Drake London, a 79 in Michael Stanley, and an 80 overall in Darnell Mooney. At tight ends, an 87 in Kyle Pitts. Left tackle is going to be an 80. Left guard is a 79. Center is a 79 as well. Right guard is a 95, and a right tackle is a 72. Now over on defense, they have a 76 overall at left end. Right end will also be a 76 overall. Defensive tackle will be a 73. Outside linebacker is a 75. Middle linebacker is a 76. Right outside linebacker is also going to be a 76. A superstar X-Factor rookie at that. Okay. At corner, they have a 90 overall in AJ Terrell, a 79 in Clark Phillips, and a 73 in Curtis Chamberlain. At free safety is a 95 in Jesse Bates, and strong safety is a 72 in Michael Thompson. I guess it is now time to see if we can carry any momentum from the last game through the rest of the season. But I do want to go ahead and put us into our alternate jerseys here. Last time we were in them, we played pretty well, so we'll see if we can do that again. The very first time we jump into this game, it'll be a 2nd and 2 from the 14-yard line. That's a handoff to Keaton Mitchell, who goes to the outside for the first down and gets all the way down to the 3-yard line to set up a 1st and goal. I would love to see more of that stuff whenever I jump in. On the next play, we go back to Mitchell, who will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. On the Falcons' next drive, Baker Mayfield comes out of the 43-yard line to face a 3rd and 11. It's a screen to the outside, caught by Bijan Robinson, and he's going to get met and brought down to bring up a 4th and 3. And I was going to say the question is, will they go for it or not? And it apparently is that they will go for it. We're bringing a blitz, and he goes downfield right off the hands of Kyle Pitts, a turnover on downs. And the Thunderbirds are looking to take advantage of their possession here. A 2nd and 9 from the 13. He goes downfield. He finds Jamison Williams. That sets up a 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Richardson goes under center on the next play. Keaton Mitchell is the running back here. See if we go to him again, and we will right at the middle. Keaton Mitchell into the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. We have made it 14-0. However, Baker on the Falcons offense will be looking to respond here. As he looks to pass, he goes to the outside. He finds his man, and he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That brings up a 2nd and goal. Will they go to Bijan Robinson on this play? Baker's under center. He'll actually look to pass to the end zone and finds his man. Touchdown to Kyle Pitts. They make this a 1-score game. Toronto comes out to face a 3rd and 5 at the 47-yard line of Atlanta. Richardson will drop back to pass. Going over the middle, he finds Dylan Kruger, who will break that tackle and has the 1st down to the 38. And we will go ahead and stay in on this drive with about 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Richardson will drop back to pass. He's going to fire this. Another catch to Kruger for a gain of 6 yards. Now that brings up a 2nd and 4. He's going to send Keaton Mitchell out wide. Richardson will look to pass. He's going deep downfield and overthrowing Dylan Kruger that time. It leads to a 3rd and 4. It'll be a shotgun set to try to keep this drive moving one more time. And it'll be a fake to Keaton Mitchell. Now he's under pressure and getting sacked on the play back to the 38-yard line. So that will set us up for a 55-yard field goal right before the 2-minute warning. The kick is away and Glenn Griffin will drill this one. That would end up taking us into halftime where we would get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. On a 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line, it's a handoff to Keaton Mitchell right up the middle, and that'll be a gain of about 8 yards. Now it's a 2nd and 2 from about the 10. Back in a shotgun set. Richardson will take the snap. It's another handoff to Mitchell, and Mitchell will have the first down to about the 4-yard line to set up a 1st and goal. But Dylan Kruger is injured for Toronto. That could be a massive injury to us. Our backup tight end is still relatively reliable in Braden Willis, but I was really hoping to never have to deal with an injury. 1st and goal from the 4. A quick throw to the end zone and a touchdown to Brian Duvall as we go up 24-7. And on the following drive by Atlanta, Emmett Ward comes away with a pick from Baker Mayfield, and we will take the ball right back. It would later lead to a 3rd and 2 from the 23-yard line. And we give this to Keaton Mitchell, and the blocking does not exactly set up perfectly. He leads to a 4th and 1. Now, will we go for it to kick a field goal? We're just going to take the field goal from Glenn Griffin of about a 40-yard attempt to take a 20-point lead. It is good. Atlanta is going to be looking to make a comeback here in the 4th quarter. They have driven down to the Toronto 25. Baker will look to pass. A quick throw downfield caught by Drake London. That'll be a 1st down to the 15. Baker Mayfield back in shotgun again. He will take the snap and look to pass. A quick throw over the middle, and that one's going to fall incomplete to bring up a 2nd and 10. The next play will be a 5-wide set for Baker. He is the only one in the backfield. He will drop back and look to pass, going over the middle and finding his man for a gain of about 8 yards to set up a 3rd and 2. From the 6-yard line, it looks like we are really trying to stack the box here. Baker back in shotgun. Bijan is in the backfield, but Baker will look to pass. And he goes to the back of the end zone and finds his man, but they rule that incomplete. However, Atlanta is challenging that, and yeah, I think he was pretty well in the end zone. There's the 1st foot, there's the 2nd foot, should easily be a touchdown for Atlanta. And they end up making the right call. Atlanta makes it 27-14 with this extra point. Toronto is driven all the way down to the 13-yard line on their next drive with a 5-wide set. It looks like Dylan Kruger is back in the game. Richardson will throw downfield. He finds Dimitri Cox, who will get all the way down to the 7 to bring up a 2nd and 4. Richardson back in a shotgun set again. Keaton Mitchell is lined up in the backfield. He will take the snap and look to pass. He's going to take off right up the middle, and Ben Richardson will fumble the ball, and it's recovered by Atlanta at the 1-yard line. He tried to go in and just put the game away, but then could not hold on to the ball, and now it's going to be up to our defense to get a stop here. But they do have to start at about the half-yard line, so let's see if we can get a safety with 5:45 to go in the game. Mayfield takes a step, hands off to Bijan up the middle, and he'll get to about the 5-yard line before getting brought down. Now it's going to be a 2nd and 5. Baker back in shotgun. Bijan Robinson in the backfield here. Baker will look to pass. A quick throw over the middle will be caught by Kyle Pitts, and that really just gets them out of danger. We are now officially under 5 minutes to go in this game. From the 13-yard line, Baker will drop back to pass again. Going downfield, he finds Drake London for the 1st down to about the 27. The Falcons out in shotgun on the very next play. Sends Kyle Pitts in motion. Now he'll drop back to pass. Go over the middle. He finds his man, and that'll be a gain of just about 5 yards by Kyle Pitts. Now 4 minutes to go in the game. Baker back in shotgun from the 32 will drop back to pass. A quick fire to the outside, and he misses everybody. 3rd down. He will take the snap and drop back, looking to pass under quick pressure, but finds his man on the outside. That's Kyle Pitts for the 1st down, and a lot more all the way down to the Toronto 42-yard line. They are going to run a no-huddle offense here. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Baker takes the snap, and he drops back, throws on the run downfield, and finds his man at the 25-yard line. 3:29 to go in the game here. Baker back in shotgun again. Will take the snap and looks to pass. Stay in the pocket, throws over the middle. That's going to be caught by Darnell Mooney for the 1st down, and he gets all the way down to the 8-yard line to set up a 1st and goal. Now just about 3 minutes to go in the game. Baker comes out in shotgun again. Both teams do have all 3 timeouts. Mayfield will take the snap. He steps up in the pocket. He's going to try to take off, and Baker Mayfield into the end zone. They have made this a 1-score game. But they are not going to do an onside kick. They will kick this one away, and they're going to trust their defense to get the ball back. We will field this at about the 5-yard line. He brings it up, and it will be met and brought down about the 32-yard line with 2:48 to go in the game. Ben Richardson comes out in shotgun, and he's going to look to pass here on first down, throws to the outside, and misses absolutely everybody. Why are we not running the ball and trying to get out of the 2-minute warning? We should not be trying to give them as much time as possible. 2nd and 10. From the 32, Richardson back in shotgun again. Keaton Mitchell still in the backfield, and this time we will give it to our running back, who is body slammed immediately. And unfortunately, the clock would stop because we had an injury along our offensive line. So now on 3rd and 10, Richardson will drop back to pass under a lot of pressure and getting sacked on the play. Well, that went about as horrible as it could. We are going to punt this one away. It'll go down to the 2-minute warning on the play here. The punt is sent deep, and they will field this at about the 30-yard line. And he goes to the outside and met at the 36. So with 1:55 to go, our defense needs one more stop. Baker Mayfield comes out in shotgun here. He will take the snap and look to pass. He goes downfield. He finds his man. That's a gain of about 9 yards. And have we burned a timeout? We did, because we have another injury. Cool, so we just let Atlanta get a free 9-yard play. 1:51 to go, 2nd and 1. A quick throw to the outside, caught by Mooney. He will have the first down to about the 45. And now Atlanta finally has to burn a timeout. 1:46 to go here in the game. From the Toronto 45-yard line, Baker will drop back to pass. A quick throw to the outside, a jumping reception. That's a 7-yard play, and he got out of bounds. 1:43 remaining now. Baker back in shotgun. Will drop back and look to pass. He fires to the outside, and a diving deflection by Jaleel Torrance. That leads to a 3rd and 3. Baker back in shotgun with 1:40 to go in the game. It's going to be a play fake to Bijan Robinson, going down the middle of the field and finds Kyle Pitts all the way down to the 16. The clock is running farther down now, about 1:05 to go. Baker will take the snap. They still have 2 timeouts. He goes to the outside, and that'll be a gain of 9, and he got out of bounds. 1:03 remaining. Baker Mayfield lines up under center. This time going to go to Bijan Robinson to the outside. He has the first down and will fight his way down to the 2-yard line to set up a 1st and goal. And they're letting the clock run down a bit. About 30 seconds to go now. Baker will take the snap. He fires to the back of the end zone and just misses everybody. He may have just been throwing that one away. Now a 2nd and goal from the 2. Baker back in shotgun. Will drop back and look to pass. A quick throw to the outside. Caught by Bijan Robinson, who was met and brought down by Kobe Bryant. And they're going to have to burn a timeout with 20 seconds to go. A 3rd and goal from the 3. Baker is all alone in the backfield. Will take the snap and looks to pass. He fires the end zone and a wide open Darnell Mooney. So Atlanta has officially completed the comeback here, and with this extra point takes a 1-point lead. The kick would go back for a touchback. So with 17 seconds to go, our offense now needs to try to pull this off somehow. Our defense has had a horrible collapse here in the 4th quarter. From the 30-yard line, Ben Richardson back in shotgun. We just need field goal range. He will drop back and look to pass. He's going to fire this deep downfield and miss everybody. 2nd and 10 with 13 seconds remaining. Back in a shotgun set, 2 running backs in the backfield. Richardson will drop back and look to pass. He's going to be under pressure, and he's going to get sacked on the play, forcing us to burn one of our timeouts. This is horrible. 3rd and 21. 9 seconds remaining. Richardson back in shotgun. Will drop back to pass again. Under quick pressure again and getting sacked back to the 8-yard line. So with 5 seconds to go, we have a 4th and 32. This is insane. He will drop back to pass again. And just needs to let this one go deep downfield and hope for the best. And he had a man but overthrew him. And that is how we're going to lose our 8th game on the season. A 20-point comeback in the 4th quarter for Tampa Bay. This game went horribly in the 4th quarter. It started really good. I thought we honestly had a pretty easy win. And I guess all of our players did too, because they just kind of stopped trying. Ben Richardson, 21 of 30 for 215 yards and a touchdown. Running the ball, Keaton Mitchell got 20 carries for 94 yards and 2 scores. And then receiving, Jamison Williams 6 for 70, and Brian Duvall was the only one to catch a touchdown for us today. Over on defense, Tracy Wilcox came away with 9 tackles on the day, and sacks, Zach Harrison got 1, and Austin Acosta came away with 1, and Emmett Ward even came away with a pick. But ultimately, it did not matter against Baker Mayfield as he goes 25 for 38, 265 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Running the ball, Bijan Robinson got 45 yards, and Baker Mayfield only got 23, but did find the end zone once. Receiving, though, Kyle Pitts absolutely murdered us, 10 for 129 and a touchdown. and Darnell Mooney 6 for 52 and a score. And honestly, I think he actually had 2 touchdowns. I think he was the one that the touchdown got overturned on. If I'm being completely honest here, during that game, I thought it was going to end up being one of those games I could get through really quickly and get a third game in this episode. Obviously, it's not going to happen because we ended up watching a good majority of the fourth quarter for obvious reasons. But I do want to see exactly what has happened to our draft pick now that we have lost a game here. And we have fallen back from pick 5 to pick 4. But the Jets are all the way up to pick number 13 now. I need y'all to start losing games again. We only have 6 games remaining in this season, so I am really hoping I can get through them all in the next couple episodes. Obviously, with a 2-8-1 record, I don't think we're going to be making a push for the playoffs anytime soon this season, so we should be able to get through all these games relatively quickly, but I still want to watch and see exactly how well the team is playing.